social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. That'll give you enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games for Wednesday. And that's what we do here on the drive-thru is we give you live free picks from all the primetime games tonight. And let's take a look here at our crew here from Pick Dogs that will help us out getting those winners for you tonight. So we got Chris Ruffolo with service co-host. We got Ron Romanelli join us. In the center square is Joe Duffy. Tony Brown in again. Join us. Al McMorty. Welcome out of the show. We got Rod Zawacki. You'll hear him in the mornings as well here on our channel. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at how they'll line up tonight. We got Duffy, Brown, McMorty, Romanelli, Ruffolo, Zawacki, and then I will close it out. All right, let's go ahead and welcome my co-host, Chris. Chris, how you doing today?
Tony, I'm doing well. Another day, another dollar. But you know what? I'm ready to get to the drive-thru, getting to flipping some burgers and throwing out some picks today.
Let's get some picks and winners out there for you guys. Let's go ahead and welcome Joe Duffy to the show here. You find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. Joe, how are things going with that star on your shirt?
Yeah, I know. Maybe I shouldn't have worn that. I am a lifelong Cowboys fan, so doing that today. But hopefully none of you sweethearts will make fun of my Cowboys. I know they haven't been good since, 95, I guess, 96. But, I got to stay loyal to them.
Yeah, I've got to stay loyal to them, no doubt about that. All right, Joe, you're going to be looking at an NBA game tonight, 7:30 Eastern Time, NBA League Pass Channel. We'll have the Celtics hosting the Hawks here. The Celtics laying 2 on a back-to-back, total 222.5.
Yeah, there are some injuries to worry about. Both teams have some injuries. The Celtics with Daniel Theis, Kemba Walker, they're both going to be out for tonight, and they're going to join Romeo Langford and Marcus Smart, who have both been out. But, the Hawks have some injuries. They'll probably be without Bogdanovich, Rondo, DeAndre Hunter. When you look at this game, again, I'm going to have to use just about every single time, and a lot of my picks use this phrase, the counterintuitive thinking. Hawks have dropped 7 of 8 straight up, 3 in a row ATS, yet they're getting a mere 2 points from a team that's 7-4 straight up and a solid 8-3 ATS at home. But road under, again, so a lot of the squares might say Boston, Boston, Boston. Not so fast. Hashtag fake news. Road underdogs under 500 on an ATS losing streak versus an unrested team that is off of at least one cover, 929, 685, and 30. I'm just going to, again, go with my counterintuitive thinking. It's a system that's been very nice to me over the years. Atlanta plus the 2. W marks the center square.
All right, Joe Duffy here on the Hawks, plus the 2 against the Boston Celtics. All right, Chris, your thoughts on this one? Hawks coming in here against the Celtics rested. Celtics on a back-to-back getting the win against Denver.
Yeah, this was one of the few games that I didn't actually dabble too much into today just because, like Joe said, there's a ton of injuries on both sides. At Atlanta, they have the rest advantage, but the defense has been getting torched. But on the other side, the Celtics are on the back-to-back. There's just a lot of stuff at play here, so I would lean towards the Hawks getting the free bucket just with a bit of a rest advantage and the fact that we know that at least, star power like Trae Young is going to be there tonight. But again, it's probably one of the ones I'm not riding to the window to bet tonight.
All right, Hawks plus the 2 against Celtics, 7:30 Eastern Time, NBA League Pass Channel. All right, Joe, got some hoops on the card tonight. What you got going on over at Pick Dogs Premium? You're doing very well in college basketball.
Yeah, we're doing very well. Also, the NBA, after a Murphy's Law start, everything's been going well really since the first of the year. I do have 3 NBA led by 2 Wise Guy plays and that newly acquired system, my newest system that's been very nice to us. It essentially has to do with fading overvalued home teams when you compare some of the key metrics to the point spread. That's going to apply a couple times tonight. A little bit of a hint there, but 3 NBA winners led by 2 Wise Guy plays.
All right, get it right now. Joe Duffy over at Pig Dogs Premium with his one-day pass. He's got plays up there for you. Pick them up and then get those winnings. Make that upgrade to the long-term pass. That's the best value over at Pig Dogs Premium. Joe has a 3, 7, and 30-day pass. That's every play that Joe releases over at Pig Dogs Premium. And you choose the term there on a matter of the days there on the site. All right, Joe, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk to you on Friday.
We shall, gentlemen. Thank you.
All right, Joe Duffy here on the drive-thru. We'll continue on here on the drive-thru, and we're going to go ahead and welcome in Tony Brown, and you'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's doing very well, by the way. You see him top of leaderboards. Tony, how's it going?
Good, man. Back-to-back shows. I must be doing something right.
Well, yeah, we're top of the leaderboards. That helps a lot.
Right? Nice.
No question about that. All right, let's take a look here. You're going to look at the TNT doubleheader game. Warriors to host the Heat. Golden State laying a point here, total 222.5.
I actually have a double play on this one, Tone, if you don't mind. I'll be real brief since I'm giving out 2 picks, but I like the Warriors -1 for sure at home. Miami 4-9 on the road this season. They're getting doubled up in losses away from home, and they're struggling even worse than that against good teams that have a decent record. And the Warriors have been lights out on defense. The 5-0 against teams that are against the losing records. And they've been holding teams to about 103 points. Like a couple teams haven't even got to the 100 mark. So Miami, they're 27th in the league in scoring. This game just screams under, and it screams Golden State at home by 1.
All right, Golden State laying the 1. He also likes the under in this game against the Miami Heat. All right, Chris, looking at this Warriors team, showing some improvement on the defensive side of the ball.
Absolutely, they are, and I mean it's nice to see from a Golden State team that we only really associate with chucking up threes and the Splash Brothers and a lot of offensive things. It's nice to see the defense coming around as well. And as far as this game goes, I'm 100% on board with the Warriors. I mean, the Heat just lost to a Clippers team that was held together by duct tape and somehow managed to take the floor. And you look at the Warriors. This is the most complete that they've been in some time, and they're starting to get healthy again. Obviously, you won't see guys like Klay Thompson this year, but they're starting to get healthy again. They're starting to really, play well, considering they've had one of the tougher schedules in the league. So I'm with the Warriors as well.
Agreement there with the Warriors laying the 1 against the Miami Heat. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look here at your numbers here. You've been doing very well over at Pick Dogs Premium. Over 1,200 units of profit past 30 days. What you got going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, we've been doing pretty good, man. That profit margin just keeps on adding up. Like I always say, it's math, not magic. I know a lot of you guys like to watch and win games, and you can watch the games on ESPN, TNT, and all that. But sometimes the money is where you can't see it. Sometimes it's in the smaller schools and things like that, and that's why you come to a guy like me. I'm not a one-trick pony when it comes to capping. We do all sports from MLB to NCAA, UFC, and we just try to follow the money. And, the one-day pass is for that casual bettor, the guy in Vegas for a couple days, or if you're just trying to build some money to buy the real pass. But when you get on with the 30-day, the 1 year, even the week pass, that's where the money's really at, because it's math, not magic, man, and we win more games than we lose, and you turn a profit all the time.
Yeah, turn a profit there with Tony Brown. You see the numbers past 30 days, over 1,200 units of profit. That's all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. When you go to his profile page, you'll be able to see every play that Tony has released. And why not get down on his one-day pass? And, of course, the long-term pass is the best value over Pick Dogs Premium. 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass get you every play that Tony releases on the site. All right, Tony, it's always great having you show. Thanks for coming in today, and you're back tomorrow.
All right, make it 3 days in a row, man. 3rd time's a charm. Let's make some money.
Let's make some money with Tony Brown. You'll have her here on the drive-thru. All right, guys, welcome aboard back to the drive-thru. Matter of fact, if you happen to miss any plays, we'll recap them at the end of the show. And reminder, subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. It all gets started here in the morning show with Mitch. You've got Chris, Rod, and Brian Bittler, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Then we'll come on with the drive-thru at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Of course, Chris, it's a couple of shows as well with the YouTube Premium.
Yeah, it's something that we just launched a couple days ago, and I mean, it's going fantastic, because at least so far it has been, 7-1 the other day. We still had a 500-day yesterday with both shows, and last time I checked, if you have a 500-day, you're still going to come out pretty good, especially because we gave it a couple dogs there. But it's I guess we mentioned it yesterday, $30 for 4 premium picks a day for an entire month. That's some of the best value that you're going to find anywhere in terms of professional handicapping, and even $50 for 2 picks from each of us a day. Man, and even we got to another capper, Ron Romanelli, that's usually with us on the weekends. If you can get 5 picks in one day on a weekend, hey, Tony, like we always go back and forth talking about value. That is some fantastic value.
Yeah, fantastic value in the YouTube Premium. So check it out over at Pig Dog's YouTube channel. All right, we'll continue on. Reminder, guys, be sure to give us that thumbs up, like. We greatly appreciate it. Like our broadcast, that helps us grow our audience. And please do that, and it's greatly appreciated. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Welcome Al McMorty to the show. Al, how you doing today?
Doing well. How are you guys doing?
Oh, fantastic. Can't complain. We're both out in SoCal, and everyone else is freezing. You can't complain, right?
No, I can't complain. You see what's going on down, it's kind of crazy.
No doubt about that. All right, we're going to Missouri Valley here at 8 Eastern time, Northern Iowa to host Drake, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Drake laying 4.5, total 140.
Yeah, both of these Missouri Valley teams come into this game off wins. We actually had a big play on Sunday on Northern Iowa against Valpo, and Northern Iowa blew them out by 14, 74-60. That same day, Drake had a huge win as they were a 5.5-point home underdog to Loyola Chicago. Loyola was 19-2, ranked number 22 in the country right now, and Drake beat them in overtime 51-50. But that was really a perfect revenge spot for the Bulldogs. The previous day, of course, they had lost by 27 points at home to Loyola, 81-54. And like I said, it was a perfect revenge spot. You take a look at teams that lose by 27 or more points, they do very well at home the next game, especially if they're winning teams. They're 154 and 110 ATS. So that really wasn't a surprise that they did bounce back on Sunday. But now the shoe is on the other foot, so to speak, because a week ago it was Drake that blew out Northern Iowa by 21 points, 80-59. So today it's the Panthers that have revenge. And Missouri Valley teams that have revenge from an 18-point or worse defeat, those teams are 138 and 91 ATS if they're not laying 3.5 points or more. And of course here, the Northern Iowa Panthers are a home underdog. So I really like the Panthers to get revenge from that loss 7 days ago. And then another thing to keep in mind is that you have this Drake team coming off that big win over the 22nd ranked Ramblers, and teams that pull upsets over opponents that have win percentages of .834 or better this late in the season. Those teams are really poor when they go on the road in their next game. They have letdowns, and especially when their opponent is off a win. In that situation, they're 59 and 102, the last 161. So we're going to look for a letdown today. On the Drake side, we're going to take the points with the home underdog Panthers.
All right, ESPN Plus will televise 8 Eastern time. Al here on McMorty on Northern Iowa plus the 4.5 against Drake. All right, Chris, Drake's always on everyone's mind this season with their point spread run. How do you see this one?
This is one that I talked with some people from the Facebook groups from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place, and I had someone message me and say, "Why is this Drake line so low? Is this a trap spot?" And I said, "It looks like it could be that way, just because, like Al said, there's a bunch of things going against Drake right now. This could be just a game where Drake just tries to win. They play not to lose. They just try to get out of town as quickly as possible." And you know what? I think Northern Iowa is going to come up, and they haven't forgotten about that game. It was only a week ago, and I think that this is a perfect revenge spot. Not sure they win it outright, but I think Northern Iowa gives them a game. I think it could be a 2-point game at the end.
Yeah, the other thing to mention is Shanquan Hemphill got injured in that game 7 days ago. He's averaging 14.4 points per game, I think 6.1 rebounds per game. So he left midway through that game. That's a big reason why the number is where it is. And then Northern Iowa also historically has done very well against Drake. I think they're something like 41 and 21 their last 62 in this meeting, and including 12-0-2 the last 14 at home if the Bulldogs were off a win. So I think it all sets up here for the home dog.
Home dog it is, Northern Iowa plus the 4.5 against Drake. All right, Al, tonight a lot of hoops action. We see you up at the top of the leaderboards. Number one documented Pig Dogs. Number one in college hoops this season as well. What you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Well, speaking of the college hoops, it doesn't get any better than what I've got tonight. I've got my Pac-12 game of the year, and that headlines a 4-game nighttime card. There's 4 separate plays up for purchase at Pick Dogs. We've got 2 in the college ranks, 1 in the NBA, 1 in hockey, and the featured player Pac-12 game of the year, so don't miss that one. Or better yet, join for a week or a month. Get all of our award-winning plays.
Get McMorty's plays right now over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers, over 2,600 units of profit. Number one documented on the site. Number one in college basketball. He's got single plays available right now on the site. Take those winnings from tonight and make that upgrade to that long-term pass. That's the best value over at Pig Dogs Premium. If you get that 30-day all-sports pass, you get every pick from L McMorty over at Pig Dogs for 30 days, and that is the best value there on the site. All right, L, it's always great to have you on the show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk with you tomorrow.
You too, guys. Thanks.
All right, Al McMorty here on the drive-thru. All right, we'll continue on here on the drive-thru. Looks like up next will be Ron Romanelli. Ron's you'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's also on the weekend shows on Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Ron, how you doing?
Hey Tony, how are you guys?
Hey, can't complain out here. All right, you're going to look at an NBA game here, and this one got some line movement here the last hour. We got the Magic hosting the Knicks. 7 Eastern time, NBA League Pass channel was at Knicks. They're laying 4.5, total 209.5.
Yep, the Knicks, they take on the beaten and battered Magic here at the Amway Center, but I'm going to take with a shot with the home dog. Yes, the Knicks have been red hot and look to have a great system on both offense and defense under Coach Thibodeau. And yes, the Magic do have a lot of injuries and have struggled to score consistently. But I give the edge to Orlando for a few reasons. First of all, this will be the second game of a back-to-back for the Knicks, who had to travel from Madison Square Garden to Orlando overnight. The Knicks are 1-3 straight up in their last 4 game twos of back-to-backs. And the Magic were given 2 days to rest and head back to Orlando after a 4-game West Coast trip. The big advantage for me is in the front court with Nikola Vucevic. Vucevic, like many new big men nowadays, is dominant in the paint, and he can also do a lot of damage at the three-point line. He's shooting 43.1% from the perimeter, which is outstanding for a guy who's 6'11". And you also have length off the bench with Mo Bamba. That doesn't hurt either. And let's face it, Nerlens Noel is not the same defender we thought he could be when he was a highly touted prospect. Sure, he'll rack in the flashy plays on defense and make those big blocks here and there. But a lot of times he's caught slipping. Same thing with Julius Randle, and guys go by with ease. Without Mitchell Robinson, their number one defender in the lineup for the Knicks, this defense is plainly not the same, at least in the front court. So getting 4.5 points, and now I actually see it at 4 and 3.5 with the home team that has the edge in the front court, that's what's valuable to me. And to add to that, the public is all over the Knicks in this game. And like I just said, the line's actually moving in opposite direction, which is interesting. That just adds to the pick itself. So I'll take the Magic, and I'll take the 4.5 points.
All right, take the Magic here, plus the points against the New York Knicks. Ron Romanelli. All right, Chris, my rule, when you see minus next to the New York Knicks, you run the other way. It's something I don't like to do. I don't like to lay points with this team, even though they've had some success, but mostly as dogs.
Yeah, and it's an unfamiliar territory for this New York Knicks team. Has just been, it's been a rough ride for the Knicks in past years. I was leaning towards the under in this game just because, like Ron said, the Magic are banged up, and let's call a spade. They were not the most productive offensive team to begin with. And, the Knicks playing great defense this year. This also just sets up in a back-to-back spot where we could see some tired legs and tired arms for the Knicks. I'm surprised, and I know it's today's NBA, so I shouldn't be surprised. But I'm surprised we have a totals here set, well, at least somewhat over 200. I could easily have seen this being a game where you got a 199 or a 198 total. So I like the under in this one personally, rather than picking a side.
Yeah, looking at the under there too in that game, New York and Orlando. All right, Ron, good night to Hoops over at Pig Dog Premium. What you got going on over at the site?
Yep, had a nice week last week, and I look to keep it going this week. My 5-pack, I believe, is still available for sale. You get my top 3 college plays and my top 2 NBA plays in that package for $29.95. And even better, you can grab one of my long-term plans to save you the most money and get you the most picks as I start to heat up towards the end of February into March. And that's just the most value you can grab. So check those out at Pick Dogs Premium and Sports Chat Plays Premium.
Absolutely, guys. Check out Ron Romanelli over at Pig Dogs Premium. Pick him one of his passes for tonight or get those long-term passes. That's the best value there. And, of course, catch him on the weekends, 10 a.m. Eastern time with Mitch, Rod, Brian Bittler, Chris, Ron Romanelli here on Pig Dogs and on the morning show on the weekends. All right, Ron, as always, great having you on your show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk with you next week.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
All right, Ron Romanelli here on the Drive. Guys, just a reminder, keep those thumbs up coming. It greatly increases our audience, and we appreciate it. Right, Chris?
Absolutely, we do. Like we mentioned, it always allows us to give out more content to the Pick Dogs family. If you guys don't mind, it costs you nothing, helps us out a ton. You're already watching the video, you just got to go right underneath the video feed, click the thumbs up for us, and helps us grow that Pick Dogs family. And God knows we need as many eyes on this product as we can get because we have some really great stuff going on this year for you guys. So it helps us out a ton if you could give us a thumbs up.
Absolutely, guys. Keep those thumbs up coming. We appreciate it. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Chris, your turn now, front and center here on the show. You're looking at college hoops. This one's 7 Eastern time. We've got VMI to host UNC Greensboro. Greensboro, the road favorite here at 4.5, total 148.
Well, Tony, if you could humor me, I have something kind of cheesy I want to do. I need you to ask me how interested I am in the SoCon.
How interested are you in the SoCon?
I will give you 3 letters as to how interested I am in the SoCon. VMI, very much interested. And you know why? Because I like this Keydets team. You know, you look at what they've done this season. You know, people may think I'm crazy turning down only a 4.5-point line with a UNC Greensboro team that is tops in the SoCon right now. They've been playing very well. The problem is, you look at what VMI's done this season. This VMI team, 10-1 at home, 8-0 against the spread. And, you know, people say, oh, you know, there's some weak teams in the SoCon. Can we really trust those kinds of numbers? Well, when you have a team that's scoring 80.1 points per game at home, you can hang with almost anybody. And I know that UNC Greensboro plays some great defense. But like I said, this VMI team, at least at home, is legit. I mean, they're a completely Jekyll and Hyde other team when they're on the road. But you look at home this season, and they've got wins over Samford, big wins over Samford, Western Carolina. They have a win over Furman, which is one of the highlights on there. Only a 2-point loss to Wofford, there is no shame for anyone who watches the SoCon. You know, outscoring teams. They're putting up 88.8 points per game at home, giving up only 71.5. UNC Greensboro on the road, scoring 77, giving up 69. So they're not blowing teams away on the road. But for this game, I just think there's a ton of value on the VMI Keydets. Would not be surprised if VMI wins this game outright, but I think we'll take the 4.5 to be safe.
4.5 with VMI here against UNC Greensboro. This game will tip off top of the hour. ESPN Plus will televise this one. All right, Chris, let's take a look over here at Pig Dogs Premium. You're going to try to pick up this college basketball run here, get the numbers up. What you got going on over the site?
Well, Tony, I think tonight's the perfect night for everybody to watch the numbers go up because it is Whale Bet Wednesday. My favorite day of the week is my favorite day saved for my favorite plays of the week. Guys, I'm not one to normally toss out numbers and records or anything, but Whale Bet Wednesday plays in 2021, 30-11, hitting at a 70.5% clip. Some of the best handicappers in the world have a 60% year. We're hitting at 70.5% to start 2021. Those numbers are only going to get better with time. But anyway, we got tonight. If you want to get something longer term, hop on one of the 3-day, 7-day, or 30-day passes. We've got those long-term passes going for you. You'll get tonight's Whale Bet plays as well as stuff for the rest of the week. Stuff on a stacked weekend card. We also got the season passes. We got the 2-for-1 capper deals. We've got the YouTube premium shows. The possibilities we keep saying are endless at Pick Dogs for you guys to make money. But definitely check out those Whale Bet Wednesday plays. I got $35 for college. Or you can get the extra pass with an extra 2 NBA plays for $45 over at Pick Dogs Premium.
Whale Bet Wednesdays from Chris Ruffolo over at Pig Dogs Premium. Get those one-day passes right now, and of course, take those winnings and make that upgrade to the long-term pass. That's the best value over at Pig Dogs Premium. Chris has a 3, 7, and 30-day pass. That means you'll get every play that Chris releases. You set the period of time when you visit the profile page over at Pig Dogs Premium for Chris Ruffolo. All right, let's continue on here. On the drive-through, it's time to welcome Rod Zawacki to the show. You'll find him on the morning show as well at 10 a.m. Eastern Time with Mitch and Company. Rod, how you doing?
Doing good, Tony. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday to you as well. All right, we're going to take a look at this one here on ESPN2. You're picking one of the TV games between USC hosting Arizona State, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. SC laying 10, total 148.5.
Yeah, nice big game here. Let's see if we can get ourselves another winner and go start 3-0 on the week here for free picks for you guys. In this matchup here, the Trojans, they already played Arizona State earlier this year, and they got a 9-point win. And you look at the numbers for they're 5 and this offense ranked 87th, scoring 75 points a game, going against this Arizona State defense, which isn't very good at all. They're ranked 300th, giving up over 76.5 points a game. And then Arizona State's offense, they're not much better either. They are scoring about 70 points a game, but they're going to be in tough here against this really good USC defense, ranked 34th in the nation. Fourth against field goal percentage, only giving up 38% field goal percentage in shooting. I think it's going to be a long, long night for this Arizona State team. I'll lay the -10. as this Trojans team is really good, and they're going to roll right over Arizona State.
All right, Zawacki here laying the 10 here against Arizona State. Not Arizona, it's Arizona State. All right, Chris, your thoughts on this one?
Yes, I mean, okay, this is a family show, so I'm going to try to not mention the words Trojan and cover as many times in the same sentence as possible. But, Ron's got it 100% right. I mean, the Trojans, I think they're the second tallest team in college basketball against a team that's given up some of the most offensive rebounds per game in the country in Arizona State. On top of the fact that Arizona State couldn't cover themselves with a bed sheet when they're getting into bed, let alone cover a point spread. This is just a complete mismatch. I agree with Rod. I think this is at least a 15 to 20 point win at the very least.
All right, agreement there with Rod here with USC laying the 10 against Arizona State. All right, Rod, this one, by the way, on ESPN2. Rod, why don't you let us know what you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium? You see you having a pretty good year to the start of the NBA season.
Yeah, good start to the NBA season, so we got a couple NBA plays in there for you. I got Rod's Wealthy Wednesday going. I got a 5-pack there for you. I have 2 college basketball plays, 2 NBA plays, and my 10-star NHL pick of the day. This action is going to be some of my biggest bets of the week as we add to our wealth and crush the books. Don't miss out on these 5 plays as we grow our bankroll here at Pig Dogs Premium.
Yeah, grow the bankroll over at Pig Dogs Premium. 5 plays from Rod Zawacky tonight. It's 1 day pass. Get on board with it and then take those winnings and upgrade to the long-term pass. You see the terms there is 3, 7, and 30 day. Every play that Rod will release over at Pig Dogs Premium, when you get those all sports passes, you set the time period there on his profile page. All right, Rod, is always great having a show. We got you up and early in the morning tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time with Mitch and Company.
You bet. You guys have yourself a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, Rod Zawacki here on the drive-thru. You know, Chris, Rod's been doing very well here on the drive-thru.
Oh man, he's been killing. He's been killing over the last week and a half. And I mean, we go at each other off the air. We just message each other back and forth. But man, A, he won't let me forget it. But B, I can't lie. He has been red hot to start the year. And I've been following him on the NBA, and I've been making a killing as well. So kudos to him for having a good start, a good week and a half on the drive-thru. But man, we've had a ton of cappers that have been hot on the drive-thru, haven't we?
Oh yeah, we sure have. It's been really good picks here on the show. All right, let's continue on here on the drive. Just a reminder, guys, we will recap every play on the show if you happen to join us late, and we still like those likes and thumbs up coming in to help us grow the audience. And we'll recap every play. If you missed us early in the show, we'll get every play for you on the recap. All right, let's continue. And by the way, Rod Zawacki will be part of the recap, just to remind you. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's take a look at my play for tonight. Well, we're going to look at the game at 9 Eastern time. Pelicans to host the Trailblazers. Pelicans laying 4. Total sits here at 236.5, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And you guys can kind of figure out where I'm going with this one, right? It's almost the obvious. You're going over the total 236.5. Just going to ride this over train with the Pelicans. I mean, what are they now? 14 of their past 16 over with a push. Look at their past 5 games. They're shooting the ball well. They're not defending, giving up over 51% and shooting 50%. And making their 3 points with over 40%. Now, Trailblazers, they're hitting 40% from the 3-point line. They're allowing nearly 47% of their shots to their opponents. You know, with the C.J. McCollum out, the Trailblazers sitting near the bottom in defensive efficiency, allowing 117 points per 100 possessions, but they're also scoring 117 per 100. So, you kind of look here at the Pelicans' defense. I just happened to look at their efficiency ratings. It was worse, 119 allowed per 100 possessions. And they were scoring 119 per 100 possessions. This is going to be another fast-paced game. Teams running up and down the court. I'm going to go over 236.5, Chris.
Tony, how many of these repetitive jokes can I make? I'm going to start calling the Portland Trailblazers because there's no D. The New Orleans, they've only learned an alphabet with 25 letters without the letter D because there's no defense to be played in New Orleans. Man, I'm with you. I could at least see this one hitting 250, 260. So I'm definitely with you on the over here.
Another over here, agreement here on the Trailblazers Pelicans. All right, guys, be sure to check out Pig Dogs. I got a 3-pack going from Hoops tonight. And, of course, I also have my long-term passes over at Pig Dogs Premium, so check them out. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. And now it's time to go ahead and recap the plays from tonight. We got Rod Zawacki in here on this segment tonight. We start the show off with Joe Duffy. He was on the Hawks +2 against the Celtics. Tony Brown says Warriors -1 against the Heat. Al, Northern Iowa +4.5 against Drake. Ron Romanelli, Magic +4.5 against the Knicks. We had Chris, VMI +4.5 against UNC Greensboro. Rod Zawacki, USC laying the 10 against Arizona State. And we had yours truly, Trailblazers Pelicans over a total of 236.5. We'll go ahead and start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Tony, I know I continually bend the rules when I do this, but I will give out something just for people who stuck with us till the very end here. Guys, parlay the last 3 picks there. My VMI plus 4.5, Rod's USC, and Tony's Trailblazers Pelicans over. I think you have a massive parlay winner tonight.
All right, so let's go ahead and go to Rod Zawacki. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Here, I'm real good, which will go with my little picks here. We're going to go... I like Ron's Magic plus 4.5 there over the Knicks, and I like Chris's BMI, but I'm going to extend that a little better. Let's add some of those on the money line.
All right, this is some money line there on the birdcage. We'll have that screen for you as well as we close out the show. I like Al McMorty's here, Northern Iowa plus 4.5 against Drake. Let's go ahead. We'll wrap it up for our show tonight, guys. Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do this all over again. We'll have 8 cappers booked on the show. Give out 9 free picks for the primetime games. And don't forget, it all gets started every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show. You got Mitch, you got Rod, you got Chris, and you got Brian Baylor, so tune in. All right, let's go ahead and bring in the group from today, guys, and we'll look at that birdcage again from Rod Zawacki. Let's give a nice wave goodbye. We got Magic Heat VMI on the birdcage on the money line. Have yourselves a great night, and we'll talk with you guys tomorrow. We're still on, guys. We are still on, and I am not getting, let's see, let me try this here. Let's see. Stop all streams.
What you're saying is not to take my shirt off.
Yeah, we are still on, and we have not got disconnected from the show yet. So we're still on, as far as I can tell. We've got a little technical glitch here. I may just have to do a hard sign off and say goodnight to everybody, even the cappers, because we usually have a little discussion afterwards, but it looks like we got some sort of glitch here. It is not allowing me to do the shut off, so I'm just going to have to do a hard sign off. Good night to everyone out there, and good night to the cappers.